your face when I drink. You know I'd be down bad if he wasn't next to me. Long drives with the roof off, and those were the days. How you gonna break my heart and get away? So what if I can't be perfect for you? I'm drowning most nights, cause you're no longer mine. Drew hearts on my window, passenger seat. It feels so weird not having you here. Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? You living in your best friend's house and you gave me back your keys. I wonder if you miss me. Did it really have to end? It's really hard to let you go, cause I can't see you again. So what if I can't be perfect for you? I'm drowning most nights, cause you're no longer mine. Drew hearts on my window, passenger seat. It feels so weird not having you here. Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna love when I'm lost?
Acid Dropper. Acid Dropper. Acid Dropper. Acid. 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 Acid Dropper. Acid. 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 Acid Rocker. Acid Rocker. Acid. Acid.
Okay. Hot. The temp is down to like 75. Put it down further.
But
it's always so good though.
This is particularly good.
We must make the air conditioning lower because it is hot as balls.
Bring down the temperature.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Yes, Alvin and the Terminators.
What the fuck?
What's the other? What are the other dumb
fuck!
lines?
I got my voice ready for tonight.
La 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 la.
It's basically that. I did honestly the
Screeches
last
at
two
top of lungs into the night air.
the last
yes, I am ready.
2 Tuesdays on the drive home, I would just go like just do various things with that in the car, trying to figure out where like how to make it work and be
That's
audible.
too funny.
That's awesome.
So if anyone ever's like close to me in traffic, they just look over like it's like yeah.
Even better if you have your windows down, that'd be fucking sick.
I'm also, to make it even better, I'm still rocking the headband right now in like a tank top. So I have like
Oh, so it's just you're just doing some fucking hair metal shit. It's all good.
Yeah, it would actually kind of fit.
Yeah, like Stranger Things, you know.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Derpy's behind me doing some stuff. She's cleaning up her desk. So she'll be available for a hot moment. Shortly she'll be back on the mics on the 1s and 2s. But we're gonna get things started. So last time in the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, you continue your foray into the wonderful world of the Witchlight Carnival, discussing after riding the carousel what the wooden unicorns told you. After that, you went over and encountered the Calliope, which some of you gave some buttons to the talking monkey who ran it. Others did not. And then attended the show of Palasha the mermaid out on the lake. During her beautiful show, you heard a heckler, somebody shaking or somebody booing and getting all pissed off at Palasha, saying that she sucked. And you followed that voice and cornered somebody who looked like they were in disguise. On investigating, you found that it actually was a Kenku. A Kenku who is using a voice that both Voda and Velka recognized. The voice of Candlefoot, the carnival's mime. With some explanation, Kettle Steam explained that she has been investigating the carnival because her patron, her warlock patron, Zyblina, is no longer responding to her, and she can feel her powers waning. So she had a feeling that there's something here at the carnival. She got some hints that the carnival had something to do with it. So, in being a little bit forward, she tried to talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light about it, but they sold her nothing. So she eavesdropped and heard them say some interesting things about which was it? I'll quote it again because it's interesting.
Sorry, one more thing. What was the name of Kettlesteam's patron again? The
Zyblina. I'll
okay.
post it in the Roll20. God dang it, not inspect. Zyblina.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, so heard that there was a conversation overheard. Someone's going to find out about this and they'll shut us down. We agreed to this pact, said Mr. Witch. Yet our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return we stay in business. This is what you want, right? So there's some suspicion there. Kettlestein agreed to return Candlefoot's voice. He went on a long boat ride, a gondola ride with a philosophical swan, and then witnessed the successful proposal of Candlefoot to Palasha the mermaid, having gotten his voice back. And the mood of the carnival seemed to amplify in a good way. You all then continued on and ended up going to the Big Top Extravaganza, which is the the event that happens at the midway point of the night here at the carnival. And some of you performed, witnessed a great show, and then we had Kiwi take to the stage and perform a fucking wicked sick saxophone solo, followed by Boda being called to the stage, where she performed a magical kind of like water and light show in the air above the audience, impressing everybody. The combined efforts of Kiwi and Voda elevated the mood even further, to the maximum even, which was sick. Everywhere about the carnival, popped and crackled with fun, with like energy. The lights glowed brighter. Music was louder. The smells, sights, and sounds were all amplified up to 11. And that's when you had the large bugbear strongman approach you and say that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light would like an audience with you. Follow him and come this way. You all do, retreating to going to the staff area, making your way through what looks like a giant thorned hedge, which opens up before Burly the bugbear. And you find yourself in the covered wagon area behind the big top, where you see a grumpy-looking clown smoking on a bubble pipe, sitting at the foot of a elaborate-looking wagon. And as you approach, the clown kind of steps to the side. Yeah, it's hyped to the tits now. Exactly, hyped to 11. Clown gets to the side, the door opens up, and inside, I will remind you of what this looks like. You see Mr. Witch and Mr. Light smiling at you from inside. Mr. Light with a larger smile, with his red lips and kind of white makeup on, and Mr. Witch with kind of a more subdued, smirking smile, but still welcoming. They look to you all, group of you, and say, "Please, come in. It's a delight to meet you all. I am Mr. Light, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch." The other large elf, lounging on his bunk, nods to you and takes off his well-made top hat. "Come in, come in, come in. We have much to talk about. You're the talk of the carnival tonight." And he welcomes you all in. "Come, come, come. Don't mind Thaco outside. He's a bit of a... well, he does his job, which is to guard our wagon. But don't mind him. He's a bit of a grump, aren't you, Thaco?" Thaco just lets out a low grunt. Yeah.
Oh, what is that reference? That's a Paganini
It is,
opera. Yeah. Is it Pagliacci? It's one of those.
It's a reference to something else. Thaco the Clown. It's an OG reference to let's see. He's a grumpy old clown. It's a nod to an old D&D mechanic.
Okay, but the description sounds like it's an opera reference, but maybe that's just happenstance.
Yeah. But it's basically
Yeah, Pagliacci's. Then that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But I am the clown. I am the great Pagliacci.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. The group stands in front of the open door. The four of you there. Burly the bugbear just kind of grunts behind you. "Go on. Go in."
Thank you. I will go in.
I want to look at. I'm going to glance up at both of the window. Is it Windover or Windove?
Window.
I'll look both of you to.
Wendover's a YouTube channel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a British town. Anyways, I will look at up to them to see if they have any anxiety. Do I sense is this something that we need to be worried about? Since they would be the ones to know.
Sure.
So, I guess insight would make sense to roll against something here, but I don't know.
I don't know. What would you say? I mean, we could ask each of them. Like, Voda, would you be trying to? Would this be like open? Would there be open emotion at this point? Does there even need to be any insight rolled?
Well, Voda is still trying to clean people up.
Oh,
also, she's just in odd silence.
So it seems to be distracted from what's happening or pretending to be.
Oh, I mean, distracted in like looking up to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Doing what up to them?
Looking up to them.
Looking up to. Oh, okay.
Essentially, like I'm going to distract myself from the fact that I'm actually here, and try not to make a fool of myself. I assume is kind of the feel, right?
So it is a little bit of that anxiety of like, it's not like the scariest thing ever, but this is not usual.
You got call the boss or teacher's office or principal's office.
Okay, I'm gonna emulate the mood.
It's a mix. It's a mix of that and like you're meeting someone you followed on Twitter for like 3 years.
It's sort of like a weird. It's like a weird surreal sort of awkwardness. Okay, Yeah, I'm just trying to get the mood to match it. So I'm not wring my hands as I walk in with them.
But yeah, definitely. Velka is kind of the opposite, just calm and just told to enter, so he enters.
Sweet.
Yep, hopping up the steps. Is it crowded in here? How do we all fit in?
It's an odd situation. As you all kind of go up the stairs, it kind of gives off that bit of that TARDIS feel, where you go inside and all of a sudden you just find that there's a spot for you to sit. And you kind of look out, everything still looks the same outside. Look inside and you realize that it is the dimensions don't make sense. Around the corner, there's another 10 feet of space where there's a dining table and a dining table and kind of a small couch. There's the bunks behind. Yeah, it's a very kind of unnerving experience, just kind of looking in and out of this wagon.
Yeah, I guess if there seems an obvious place to sit, I'll hop up into that and wiggle in.
Oh, that's Derpy joining.
Oh.
No,
okay.
She's not. She was
Sorry.
eating her mic, that's all. Okay, one second, I need to put my headphones on.
That's kind of what my notes say.
Sorry.
So sorry.
Sucking that mic. Not really.
That's a noise.
Grapefruiting that mic.
For the record, that is not what I was doing,
Why not?
because I'm not Scott.
Cool.
Understood. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
I broke the Discord. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, so, you find a place to sit, Zug. You find there's a little chair that's just kind of on the side with a nice little kind of cushion on it. Easily just sit down on that.
Yep, just looking a little nervous, but sitting there, fidgeting, watching everyone else, trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, I need to drag you onto the map. I forgot to delete. There she is.
Rude.
That token, though.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I have a question about fairies.
Okay.
We can fly, right? But is it something kind of you can just kind of hover, or do you have to actively fly?
You can. You have a flight speed, so I think there's nothing about it in the way that fairies are worded where it says if you are in the air at the end of your turn, you fall. So yes, you can.
Okay. But am I gonna get exhausted from
No.
hovering there for a couple minutes? Okay. Then I will not take a seat. I will Rawson will just kind of be hovering near. Who just sat down?
Zug did.
Zug.
Yeah, I just hop up the seat.
Okay, so I'll kind of be near Zug and just kind of hover there, though, not necessarily looking for a seat.
Kiwi will remove his hat and, I guess I'll get right in. Politely. I'll sit. Is there space between Witch and Light?
Also, these...
Yeah,
these...
there is.
Kiwi's gonna sit right between the two of them.
Is there a appropriately turtle-themed chair that just happens to be there?
The one that you all kind of
Just a
don't. You don't really. You don't know, or Kiwi doesn't notice it. But as he sits down, the chair beneath him kind of slightly creaks and groans and shapes to perfectly fit the back kind of changes to fit a shell behind it.
Ooh, ergonomic.
Yeah.
There's a shell cradle.
Exactly.
So are we all funneled in for our tour to meet with the tour guides? Is that what's going on?
I would say the
Alright.
last one's in here.
Not
are-
tour guides.
Well, Velka and Voda, what are you guys doing?
I'm just sitting waiting.
Okay, you're inside.
Yeah.
Then Voda, I'm sure.
She is hovering by her brother.
Metaphorically, not physically.
In the air. I mean, it is. Who knows with this place?
I
It's
do have
D&D.
wings, thank you.
Yeah, I
Do
was
they
like,
work?
no, I definitely
We
thought
all-
you meant literally.
We all have wings right now. Because
So,
we all got the one
That's
that
so
came in.
true. I forgot. Mine are in the front.
didn't know they served Red Bull here.
Stupid.
Thank you.
Rocks fall.
I'm happy that I laughed, but I will admit that I did.
Tent false. There are no rocks in here. Oh wait.
the skylight opens up. No, a door opens up like a luggage bin and just. Okay.
Mr. Light just beats you to death.
Yeah. So, as you all sit around, Mr. Light gestures towards his scepter that he holds in his hand. This beautiful kind of. It's this golden scepter with a butterfly, topped with a pair of butterfly wings, and has bits of red glass in its entire length and in the wings of the butterfly as well. And it's interesting that it basically like spins. The top of the vane is spinning slowly clockwise when and just kind of detached from the top of it. It's kind of like floating there. I think from this art handout you can kind of, it doesn't show it as like detached, but from the art handout of Mr. Light you can kind of see it.
Okay, so it's kind of got that MMO vibe a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He looks to you all and smiles broadly, and he just says, I give my greatest gratitude for your amazing performances here at the Pig Chop Extravaganza, as well as, and gives a slyer smile, your involvement in helping good Mr. Candlefoot express his love to Palasha. You have all done the carnival a great favor with that tonight, and my goodness, the mood at midnight is already at its zenith. This is highly unusual. So good indeed. Mr. Witch behind him just kind of gives a curt nod and a low grunt of acknowledgement. So, I must ask. Well, I know Velka and Voda. You have been working here for some time, but the others, well, I think I recognize this turtle. He turns literally to the turtle between him and Mr. Witch. I've seen you on the outskirts of the carnival here and there. Bit of a follower. A little Klingon, aren't you? Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Mr. Witch speaks up, slow, just in his lower voice. Well, we were curious. What brings you all out to the carnival tonight? We sense that there might be something that has been calling to you here. You stand out. Not in a bad way, but in a way that we notice.
Well, we wish to know more about. Kind of looks to the group around, sees if anybody's gonna try and stop him.
I would just say,
We really want to know what happened a couple years ago, and I think we're all
vote-
missing something.
I usually stand out, to be fair.
I have 4 wings.
The Witchlight Coven.
Oh, we're just we're just leading with it. All right.
As you say that, they just kind of, they
See
look
if
to each
anyone's gonna
other.
stop me.
They look to each other with curiosity,
was-
and they just
I
said,
was
I guess
going
it
to
wasn't-
start with that someone bought our ticket, so.
Yeah, I was also making it more like I was trying to cut you off by saying something really silly.
He's
but-
well. It's one of those things where they
it wasn't
just
clear.
chuckle. You say, "Mr.
Understandable.
Light."
But
I'm
yeah,
not talking.
just-
Mr. Light smiles when you say that, and he just says, "Oh, Witchlight Coven. Oh, no, we're not a coven here. We're a carnival. You should know that, Velka. You've been working here for quite some time." And what was that,
You
Mr.
are
Kiwi?
familiar with...
Mr. Kiwi, what was that? You mentioned
no,
that
no.
you had your tickets purchased for you tonight.
Yeah, I usually don't come in because I don't really, money. But yeah, this time, they just had them. So, just pop right on in.
I'd like to add, what Velka was referring to. I don't believe he meant the Witchlight Coven. I believe he meant the Hourglass Coven.
Or did I say Witchlight?
I think so.
Okay, I absolutely did not mean that. I meant
Yeah.
Hourglass.
But it also, Rossi
that-
would have jumped in and been like, I believe he meant the Hourglass Coven.
I
Also fitting
absolutely-
there.
Yeah.
That
100%.
would have been said Hourglass, not Witchlight. Especially for Velka, that would have been not something Velka would have forgotten. That's something I fucked up, not him. So yes, it's the Hourglass Coven.
Well, there's not much that I've heard of that, says Mr. Light.
Insight check.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I would say, Mr. Light, I don't believe it behooves you to play coy with us. I think we're a little bit beyond that. Besides, we really don't want to bring down the mood of the carnival. We're just we're trying to get some answers.
I give
So it
Velka
would really help.
disadvantage.
I mean, they rolled an 8. Rolled an 8.
Also, one thing, while this conversation is going on, I'm not really saying too much. I want to keep my eyes on Mr. Witch. Just trying to read any change in expression. So, probably more like a passive thing, but that's my focus.
I've also landed. I'm no longer hovering. I've landed and I'm standing there. And a very investigatory, my sleuthing hat on, kind of excuse me, so I'm definitely.
Where'd you get the hat?
In your bubble pipe.
Yeah.
The shawl and the hourglass or the magnifying glass.
So cool. I want a bubble pipe. Anyway, I would definitely be right alongside Velka, yes, let's investigate this, please. We have questions, and you may not have all of the answers, but you have some. Undoubtedly.
Mr. Witch, if you're Zug, if you're watching Mr. Witch,
yeah, I guess I would be active then, wouldn't that?
I mean, just looking at him, it's
yeah.
His reaction to this is just kind of looks at the party. You watch him take out his a pocket watch, takes a quick look at it, and he closes it, puts it back in his breast pocket or in his pocket, and looks back to the group. Well, where have you heard such a term? That name.
See.
Voda grips Velka's arm.
Okay. Looking to Voda. What do your eyes say?
It's a mix of don't say anything and get us kicked out.
And I think seeing this, I'm gonna speak up now. We lost something.
Oh. You lost something, did you? says Mr. Light. Well, there are, it's something that happens here at the carnival. And, well, the forces are at work on the other side that are entirely beyond our control, and we regret that we're not responsible, unfortunately, for those losses. Mr. Witch adds in, the wheel of time turns ever on. What is lost is lost. What's gone is gone.
Well, What'd you lose?
We haven't lost anything.
Ah, is he telling the truth?
Sure.
I forget what that is now. My brain went off. Insight? We'll just pretend that is.
I was coming up. I was nice.
He's telling the truth.
They've not lost anything. Okay.
But for
Could be a
when
turn of a
someone
phrase.
has lost something, how could we go about finding it? I'm sure there's got to be a history of that, especially if it's happened. Not saying that you're responsible. I am very actively trying to lead it away from like
Accusatory?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I couldn't like pointing the finger. Like I'm trying to make it like, look, you guys are experts at this. Like you know about this, and I know Voda is like very much like we don't want to get kicked out. Like you're here to enjoy the carnival. Like let's have fun. And so it's like, look, we're not trying to ruin the mood. We're not trying to do anything. We really don't want to ruin anyone's experiences. Not trying to shut the carnival down. But like, so I'm leaning very heavily into that when I'm talking.
Right. So they
Also, one thing as you're saying that, then just one input. And don't say lost and found. We checked. It's intangible.
Yes, that was the first place we went. Actually, yep.
You see Witch and Light shoot a quick glance to each other, and Witch speaks up again. He says in his low, gravelly voice, "Well, as I said, we're not responsible, unfortunately, or as we said, we're not responsible for what you have lost. However, I do remember each and every one of you, actually. Years ago, you attended. You were here at the carnival. Did you have tickets then?"
My eyes are beady and wide. 'Cause I don't know if I have recollection of that. Do I?
If you did not have any sort of tickets and were in our carnival, then, as I say, it was out of our hands. The carnival has a agreement. You must have a ticket to enter. If you don't, something is taken from you.
And how would we go about retrieving it?
Well, I would believe you probably would have to find who has taken it.
Well, I guess the other question is, you said there's an agreement with the carnival. Who is that agreement with?
Well, to be honest, we are not the original owners of this carnival.
Are your names actually Witch and Light?
Smile.
I'm like very excited right now. Rawson is very excited.
No. Our names aren't Mr. Our stage names, as it were. Yes, stage names in the spirit of the carnival itself. I want those who are curious. Those who are curious right now. Roll me a history check, actually.
Oh shit!
Absolutely. Although I
What
don't
the
know
boss's real name?
if we're not proficient, we can still roll.
Sure.
Okay. This might be a memory dive for myself, depending on what this is.
This isn't more so memory.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Or history. Who's rolled? Velka. Okay. Velka, this is something that's just like, as soon as he says it's not, he's like, these are their stage names, your mind suddenly, like, snaps, and, you realize that, you look at them and they're like, yeah, they're elves, but now that you've actually had a moment, this is probably one of the first moments that you've had a, like, intimate, as in, like, it's close proximity presence that wasn't as, part of the hustle and bustle of the carnival itself. Close proximity with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Mr. Light right now has his, clown makeup on, the white caked on makeup, red lips, all that stuff, and you actually are drawn over to Mr. Witch instead. Mr. Witch has kind of like dark grayish skin and has the pointy ears of an elf. You realize he's a Shader Kai.
You originated from the Shadowfell, yes?
Mr. Witch gives a nod. Very astute, Velka. Yes.
Both of you? Oh. I'm
Correct. Ermius and I were both from the Shadowfell. Born and raised there. Yeah, Ermius. Urmius.
That's Mr. Light. Did he say his own name?
And yeah, and he's about to. And
okay.
I am Nerix. Naeryx.
Naery?
Naeryx.
YX, gotcha.
Goddamn French.
Yeah.
It's all coming together now.
Mr. Light nods and smiles and says, "Yes. Nerix and I were childhood friends. Got along quite well. And, well, on a whim, when we were younger, decided to use some of my family's money, and we bought a carnival together."
And now you're both roommates?
We operate and run this carnival as, well, partners, yes.
Oh. What did your family do that you had money to start a mystical traveling carnival? That must have cost a small fortune.
A little bit, but it's not like they missed the money. They had so much of it that it was just a small little pittance for the kind of crappy carnival that we came across. We ended up buying it, operating it, and, well, made some success with, you know, having it run around the Shadowfell here to there, but the Shadowfell is not very much a place for carnivals now, is it, Mr. Witch? No, it is not. However, there was a carnival that we ran across. Happened to come to the Shadowfell for some reason. And well, we made a deal. And now, the two of us are in possession of the Witchlight Carnival. And our former carnival still operates and moves about the Shadowfell.
Who operates that one?
Well, I don't remember her name, but she was a nice individual. A little bit aggressive at times. Had a strange sword that she carried with her all the time. A little bit gruff. Kept talking to it. Very odd.
It was just a single person? Or a conglomerate?
Just a single person operated it.
Sold to the Walmart Corporation.
Excuse me, this is rude, but aren't Shadowfell and the Feywild kind of like antithetical? So why do they put you in charge? How'd you buy this?
Well, it's not that we bought it. We kind of had a... No, we had our previous carnival. And, well... As we crossed paths, there was a lot of drinking and arguing, and we could not agree whether or not our carnival was better or her carnival was better. So, we made a bet, and we swapped ownership.
Just like that?
Uh-huh.
For
Yes.
what sort of terms? How long?
Until the two carnivals meet again.
So, question. How long have you you took the monikers Witch and Light, but these belonged to Carnival itself, or a previous owner?
Oh, we decided to have the names Witch and Light when we took over this carnival. It seemed a little bit more fitting. We renamed the carnival as well.
Got it. And how long have you been in possession, in charge? How long have you been with the Witchlight Carnival?
Oh, hard to say now. It's been many, many years.
Yes, many years, and time flies, when you're having so much fun.
What was the name of this before you changed it?
Oh, you know what? We don't really remember. Oh, but I do remember the Eladrin's name who ran this carnival. It was still Fae-themed as well back then. Her name was Isolde.
Ooh, so many notes to be taken.
She's in the Shadowfell.
Well, she's somewhere. I don't know where she went.
She is the caretaker of your previous carnival.
Oh, yes, that gloomy thing. Yes. This is much more fun, this carnival. I think we came out the better of the two deals.
Well, if they're stuck in the Shadowfield, definitely. But how would you determine the winner of your bet?
There was no winner. It was just like, it was just to be this way. Ownership would transfer back if we ever met each other again. So, whenever that happens, we have to take back our old carnival. Cross your fingers, it never does.
Why even trade it back? Are you bound to it at this point? I mean, would she even recognize what you've done with Witchlight Carnival?
Oh, yes, we haven't changed much, you see. It still has the whimsical fae nature of it. She would still, well, recognize it. And, well, we just the nature of the pact that we made.
Oh, you said bet, now it's a pact.
Oh, ooh, sorry, did I say pact? Bet, pact, same thing, deal, whatever it is.
No.
I feel like words are pretty important when it comes to Fae.
As a songwriter, I can tell you there's a difference.
I'm also wondering where the coven comes in all this.
Keep saying that word. What a strange word. Where'd you hear such a thing?
Around, just...
More than once today.
In a dictionary!
Indeed. I'm curious. Who was whispering these secrets and these rumors about that?
What if it's not something whispering it? What if it's just something crossing paths? No one or nothing specific, but experiences.
The carnival itself wanted us to know.
Is that so?
Nods.
Well.
Rawson also just like,
Mr. Light gives a bit of a sly smile, almost knowing, and says,
Did it have anything to do with that meddling Kenku that's been lurking around the grounds?
I wouldn't say there was anything specific related to that Kenku. Coven specifically did not come from that Kenku.
No, they just stole a voice, so we got that figured out. That's all good. Nothing there.
I'm not going to throw anything under the bus, so I'm not saying like Yeah.
Well, that's why I was just saying it was like a high level, just a little scuffle that we solved. That's all.
Yeah.
Is the earlier embarrassment that was befallen of our friend Candlefoot was at the hands of the Kenku's meddling, but we handled that.
Oh.
And the carnival's happier for it.
Which you were aware of, as that was one of the first things you mentioned upon us entering your tent.
Correct.
Well, we do know a little bit about that Kenku. Disgruntled guest, troublemaker. They've tried to question us before. Something about, well, Zyblina, their Fey patron, no longer talking to her. Well, Zyblina dwells in the Feywild domain of Prismere. If you're friends with that Kenku, maybe try to find the place.
Return to the Feywild. I mean, go to the Feywild. How will we do that?
Be given leave to do such a thing?
Well, how much PTO do you have?
Too real.
I pull out my
get
phone
paid?
and I look.
Log into the HR website
Yeah.
portal and figure out what.
Is literally just a little pixie that comes flying over and just yells in your ear.
You
There's
have
your
5 days
paperwork.
of PTO. You forgot to log your time off. Your benefits are updating.
Don't forget, open enrollment.
Yep.
Oh gosh. I just Zug's question is, well, how would we get to the Feywild? Not we don't know that Kenku. We met them today when we were helping out with that situation, but we don't know them. So following our friend to the Feywild isn't necessarily an option. How would we find our way to the Feywild?
Well, you could always find some sort of, I don't know, magical user, a wizard of some sort. They can open portals and do whatever it is that they do to, transport to other planes, etc. Though,
There's a bit of a kind of moment of contemplation on Mr. Light.
we haven't heard from Zyblina in some time, have we, Mr. Witch?
No. Zyblina is actually the patron of the carnival as well. But she's been silent for some time. Quite strange. Quite strange indeed.
So you know exactly what the Kenku was talking about.
Moment of
And
pause.
yet you called them a disgruntled guest and a troublemaker when he's interested in the same thing that you find strange.
There is a moment of pause as the both of them kind of like look at each other. You all easily catch this. Mr. Witch looks down at his watch. Takes a grunt, has a little bit of a grunt, and the next event must go on. The carnival's events need to run like clockwork. I'm sorry, but this is all the time we have for you right now. Burley, would you mind escorting these characters out of the staff, or escorting these individuals out of the staff area, please? The door opens up and you see Burley standing there with his pumpkin on his head. Yeah, boss, come on, everybody. Thank you for visiting Mr. Light and Mr. Witch. If you want to talk to them again, they will emerge into the carnival at the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch at the end of the evening. Thank you. Please come this way. Please.
As we're leaving, I'm going to make a show of jumping very high off my chair, and I'm going to try to look over to see if I can see what the pocket watch clock face looks like.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I just assume perception then, yeah.
Uh-huh. You see an interesting sight, because it's like it's a the face of the watch emits a glowing golden light, and while it's open in his hand, kind of like slightly glowing against the breast of his suit, right? The face of the watch actually shows a miniature painting of the Witchlight Carnival ringed by a tiny hedge, and it's orbited by a moat of tiny light small enough to look like it slips through the eye of the needle. And you look at it, and you watch and can see that this little moat of light causes the hedge that is around the depiction of the carnival to cast shadows. Like it's a little mini diorama, like a kind of miniature carnival within the watch.
Okay. That's very strange. I don't know. Okay. Obviously I don't say anything. I just catch a glimpse of it.
Rest of the carnival, my friends. Enjoy. Have a good rest of the night, and remember, always elevate the mood.
The door closes behind you as you
Before you go, I just want to say putting that on us seems kind of rude because you made people buy tickets.
Good night. We'll see you at the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch.
Oh.
Door is shut. Door opens up again. Oh! Thaco! The clown looks up from his bubble pipe. Grunts.
Thaco is a clown of few words but many talents. Tell him what type of balloon animal you would like and he'll make it for you. See you all later.
Thaco stares at you, glowers over his bubble pipe. What type of balloon animal you want?
I would like a Tarrasque, please.
Thinking the same thing.
Holds it out. Spitting image of a Tarrasque.
Wow!
Ties a little string around it.
Good.
It floats.
I want an ancient red dragon!
Ties a little rope around it. Hands you an ancient dragon made out of balloons.
Wow! I love it! I'm running around with it like a little kite.
Yeah, we're just seeing now. I would imagine like the camera just shows Zug in the background, just
Yeah. That infinite energy.
Good lord, we have a toddler on our team.
Thaco grunts at Rosin. He lets out another questioning grunt.
I would like a dragonfly.
Like very quickly fashions you a dragonfly. Hands it over to you on a little string. It floats above your head, its wings kind of reverberating and buzzing a little bit.
Is it tiny?
No, it's a big one.
You can ride it.
I wanted a tiny one.
Thaco just spits on the ground.
I don't say that to Thaco.
He just spits on the ground.
Thaco knows.
Okay.
He knows. He can tell.
Like, well, it's a little bigger than I imagined.
That's what she said! Just running around in the
Why
background.
do I feel like Thaco's like real non-stage name is just like Vinny?
Yeah. He looks at
Thaco
Voda.
used to work at the docks.
He just gestures. He just while holding like pumps up another balloon, and just menacingly like holds it in his hand, looking at Velka and Voda.
It is all yours, Voda.
Voda just shakes her head.
There's a loud popping noise that startles everybody as he just smashes, as he just steps on the balloon that he just pumped up. Looks down at his bubble pipe. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Steps back, sits down with a creak on the steps of the wagon and just glowers at all of you. Walk this way, please, says Burley. I'll take you back out to the carnival. Follow me. He walks
Hey,
towards the
Burley.
hedge. Oh, yes.
Hey, Billy, what do you know of carnival secrets?
Walk this way, please.
Yes, that's not a
You have to
secret.
ask so many dumb questions.
Oh, this way to the hedge, please.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
I'm just kind of under her breath. You have to ask so many dumb questions.
I thought she said dumb. I was like,
Either or.
but then I was like, maybe she said you have to ask dumb questions because we're talking to Burley. So I was like, wait, do I have to ask it in a
Monosyllabic questions only,
and then-
please.
yeah. What do you know of
So you approach the edge of this kind of thorny hedge here around the staff area, and Burley makes a gesture with his hand, and the hedge opens up. Please come this way. As you all step into the hedge area, following him, you're in like the middle of this thick hedge. He gestures, and the other side of the hedge closes, and you're kind of now in this tunnel, but it's sealed on both sides. He stops, and he turns, and he removes his jack-o'-lantern helmet from his head, revealing a really worried expression on his face. I didn't want to talk in the staff area because somebody might hear. Somebody being Thaco. I don't trust him. Bad things have been happening at the carnival for a while. People and things have been going missing. My bosses, they know more than they're telling, but I think their hands are tied somehow. They can't... There's something going on. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set some things right. All of you. And he looks over at Velka and Voda, and he looks kind of like seriously at Voda and Velka, and he says, you two especially. I know you work here, and you have loyalty to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. They give us all homes. But I feel like our home is being threatened. Threatened by something outside. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they're good guys. But you're gonna have to, unfortunately, need some leverage to make them spill the beans.
I think
type of leverage?
At the comment of home being threatened, Voda's like sad demeanor immediately changes.
My brother, he already went missing, and when I tried to bring that up to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they kind of just like dismissed it, said that he's probably okay, and he's good, but Hurley was just a simple sort. Another big muscle man, my partner in crime. But now he's gone. Other things keep getting missing too. More and more people's stuff keeps getting pilfered. Sometimes well, you know what? Leverage, you asked. My plan would be nick Mr. Witch's watch. Without that, the carnival can't stay on schedule. You have that, you use it as leverage.
I have to say, I saw that watch. Definitely has something going on there. It's not a normal watch.
I don't condone theft. I'm not a thief. I'm not into the thieving type, but
No.
but
We'd be borrowing it.
exactly. It's not really stealing, is it? If you give it back, you know.
Well, if you give it back with leverage and conditionals, then it is sort of stealing. But I don't really think that's magic.
I don't subscribe to that. Hey, no.
He's a carny.
I can also assist where I can. I don't.
Borrowing with purpose.
But just don't let Mr. Witch and Light know that I'm plotting. You know, I like my job. I want to keep it.
Hey, Burley, I have a question though. How would we go about borrowing?
Oh, okay, so here's my idea. At the end of the night, they're gonna crown the Witchlight monarch.
It's a big old fucking extravaganza where a carnival goer for the night who has helped out or has upped the mood a bunch is crowned the monarch. They get a little crown, a title, some prizes, big parade around the fairgrounds, all that stuff. Well, during that time, the monarch gets crowned, and Mr. Light goes on this big old parade. It's his favorite thing, other than the Big Top Extravaganza. That's like his other favorite thing. But as that happens, Mr. Witch, well, he stays behind. He's not much of the festive type. He just makes sure that everything's running. So, yeah. Just don't harm my bosses, all right? They got some issues right now, but without them, this carnival will just fall apart, go to shambles.
Well, they also seem very aware of everything that's happening. How can we sneak up and do this?
Well,
is there any blind spot that Mr. Witch might have?
Yeah, kind of like behind him. No. Well, you see, Mr. Light's the one who kind of knows all the things. His little sticky thing that he carries, the thing he's got with the butterfly on top. That's his Witchlight vein, and like a weather vein. Yeah, and it takes the weather of the carnival. The weather being like the mood, I guess, and they don't control. Witch and Light don't control who the monarch will be at the end of the night. It's more so, apparently, from what I've heard, the Witchlight vein actually chooses the monarch. I don't know how that happens, seeing as it's just a stick. But there's a cool prize, There's it's always the guest who's contributed the most happiness to the carnival, and the monarch also is given a charm. It lets them fly. It's really cool. It's like a little bit of like an extra thing. And also, if you're asking about the watch, saying like blind spots, well, it's attached to his waistcoat by a chain. So whoever's gonna nick it needs something to break or unfasten the chain. I'm not.
I have an idea about that already.
All right, wicked. Well, I'm not any, thief by trade, but if you had some tools of the kind, it would be good. Or maybe just like a simple dagger, something like that.
Yeah, what was the material? It was like gold, right? It just looked like it was like a gold chain.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so it's soft metal. Yeah. I'm like doing my little hand thing.
I have an idea for that. Don't worry about that.
Depending on your idea, I also might have it. I just kind of pull out my thieves' tools.
Oh yeah.
I don't use them often, but they're there.
Just have.
Yeah, well, just like those. Those would be perfect. Oh, last thing, because we can't stay in this hedge forever. Derlagron and Candlefoot and Palasha.
Do you know where that button went? I can't seem to find. Thank you so much for helping me find this button. I can't believe it.
What?
Just keep talking.
It was cover.
So if you want some extra help from some of the other staff here, Durla and Candlefoot and Palasha, they're good eggs, and they'll help you out if you can get them in on the plan. They're also kind of aware of the shit that's been happening, but stay away from Thaco. Fuck that guy. That bugger's shit.
To be fair, we always have.
I look sadly at my ancient dragon balloon.
You look sadly at it as it floats over your head and hits one of the thorns on the hedge and pops.
You see the quivering lower jaw of a kobold go about to cry. Yeah.
I'm gonna hand my balloon to Zug.
It's not the same. That's fine.
Wow. I was gonna say, no, it's not the same, but at least you could have something. Never mind then.
Oh, dang. I don't
It
want
was
to be
not
so
the same,
abrasive.
but it's definitely not the same.
I just sort of jump ahead. And, don't worry. Okay.
I grab
also-
Zug's hand, take my small brush, and paint a dragon on the back of his hand.
Neat.
Now I'm gonna run around like I'm in the car, like with a hand out the window. So I'm doing that now with the dragon painting.
Oi!
If you're looking to find people to talk to, I know Palasha performs. It might be hard to get a word in with her. Durla, they are over at the Lost and Found, and Candlefoot, he's over by the Hall of Illusions. You could go see him. He should be real close by. It's like just down over there.
He makes a hand gesture, opens up the hedge, and you can see the big tent tops of the Hall of Illusion just over here.
It's that way.
Sounds good to me.
He's certain to remember that. Question. Oh fuck, what was I gonna ask? The staff that decides. You don't think we just ruined our chances of potentially either Voda or Kiwi being crowned monarch because of the questions we just asked? Because the staff decides,
Yeah.
not
Did not ask any questions.
Light.
Yeah.
But I mean, but you're privy to the party. It's guilty by association. But if the staff decides and not Mr. Witch or Mr. Light, then that wouldn't have necessarily had an impact. You've still been key to increasing the mood based on what they share. So.
My good fairy friend, I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I'm just a muscle. I just lift the heavy things and move them and put them above my head and then kind of, do the security thing. Take that
word just out of that conversation.
I don't know. There's that thing is it feels like it's got a mind of its own, so I can't read it.
I'm
It's
stick.
magical.
During this conversation now, I'm kind of scratching my chin, thinking.
Rosen, I had a thought. We know the stick operates in a way that determines the highest input to the mood. Independent of those two, dependent of what their own personal biases are. Therefore, as long as we remain at the leaderboard, one of us should be it.
Presumably, yes.
Yeah, it is an artifact. Artifacts tend to follow very algorithmic and logical things.
Oh, this little guy is really fucking smart, isn't he?
I mean, wee dragon, woohoo!
You've been
Get harder for us though. One of us is the monarch. That means one less of us there to.
We only need one person to take the watch. If people who are the monarch are at the center of what is going on, they can be sure to distract the key players in it.
I
Not
point
the
back
worst thing in the world.
I point back at Ross.
Exactly, you get it. That's
As long
perfect.
as it's not myself or Zug.
Oh yeah.
Because
I mean,
Zug has the idea and I have the tools if that other idea doesn't work. So
I am also very quick with my hands.
don't contribute.
Plus, if we're trying to do something that's, subterfuge and misdirection, the last thing you think is a kobold who could think. So, that's in our favor.
I do not think you need to worry about me getting the crown of the monarch. It's more Voda's bag.
Voda or Kiwi, those performances were killer. So why don't we try to continue to improve the mood? If we want to choose one of you two to be kind of that, you just have to keep doing things to make the carnival better.
Okay, did we step out of the hedge?
Yeah, you're out of the hedge now.
Okay. I forgot I'd given the buttons to. Oh, I'm silly. I'm sorry for making you guys look for the buttons.
I look around. Is there anyone at all close?
No, there's absolutely nobody over here.
I have to keep up
Yep.
appearances.
Well, especially
In case there was.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't know. It's some fucking
It's a
Feywild
Fey
bullshit.
affair. Like,
Yeah, and in the bushes, there could be people in the bushes.
Doing
That's where we came from,
doing
so
things
so
and
you
stuff.
don't know. gotta maintain the.
I was looking for a moment to butt in with it, but when you said Voda her mood changed? Was it from sad to happy, or was it sad?
Serious.
Sad to serious? Okay.
Sad to let's do
Or
this.
like you were you sad or more like antipat or what's the fuck antipathic? Yeah, whatever. Words are hard right now.
Apathetic?
That's the one. Or were you
I don't
more
think she was
depressed?
Antipathy?
Apathetic. I think it was like quite literally against what we were doing. Apathetic is like not
Pretty
giving a
much.
shit.
Okay. So
You're
you were
very
more
calm.
frustrated that everyone kept pushing what she thought was trying to ruin the carnival.
Yeah. But now she's realizing, like, no, there's something. We're not trying to ruin the carnival. We're trying to save your home,
Gotcha.
right?
The feel-good movie of the year.
Yeah.
Now we just need a golden
That's
retriever.
how I perceived when you said there was a shift. That's how I perceived.
Yes, that was
Okay.
pretty much it.
Yeah. It was understanding that the goal was not the same as the results.
We want to ruin your mood.
It wasn't
Trying to kill the
information
vibe.
screw the carnival. It was information also help the carnival.
Yes. So I believe
Yay!
We
So
should-
I'm gonna immediately like. So are we off to Hall of Illusions and start walking the opposite direction?
I will.
I let her take a
will-
few steps before
As-
saying anything.
I would say I watch as Voda doesn't do anything. I just take a couple steps forward, put two hands on Rosalind's shoulder, and turn her around.
Right. We were in a bush. I was turned around. Off we go.
Exactly. Who's again?
I'll just run along in the front with my hand-painted dragon doing tricks and shit.
Hand painted.
I'd really love to imagine that like part of its tail or mouth is on your thumb, and so
Yeah.
they're,
So we
like,
can-
like your fingers are
At the top part of its mouth is on the forefinger, and the bottom part is
Oh.
on the thumb, and then it goes down his
Nice.
wrist.
Yeah, and then I can also use Druidcraft to make a small flame.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm just having time of my
it's
life.
even better than the balloon.
It is! Woohoo! I'm just all over the place.
All right. Well, you guys make your way. The party makes their way along the thoroughfare, winding their way through the crowd of people, happily laughing and jumping back and forth as, Burley kind of stands there at the edge of the area that's kind of like the staff area, kind of goes back on security duty, plonks the pumpkin back on his head.
Oh, by the way, I make sure to say thank you to Burley before we leave.
He gives you a silent nod, gives you a thumbs up.
He would also get a hug from Voda.
Oh, like just kind of like on the leg, probably, because he's fucking big.
No, I can jump up. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're right. You give him just
Rabbits
like the
are known to
boing
jump.
hug. All right. Well, as you guys walk forward, as the group walks forward, you find yourself in front of the Hall of Illusions, which is an interesting thing. You see the large kind of tent, and you can see in the distance Candlefoot, who's kind of standing on the boardwalk area there, in front of that, doing his mime routine, a box current. And interestingly, you see a few things here. There's the Hall of Illusions, which is this giant, large tent painted with a mural of shifting images, actually, that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color. There's helical stripes. The helical stripes of the tent's pointing canopies rotate in spirals before your eyes, and the whole display seems designed to befuddle onlookers. And you see Candlefoot standing at the tent's entrance, just blinking silently at you. You also see on the side there is a glass cabinet near the entrance.
Glass cat, like see-through?
Yeah.
Do you think that's the box that Candlefoot is stuck in?
No, that is. Never mind.
Ralston's looking at it like,
Hmm.
know like how much time we have, right?
It's now been about an hour after the it's an hour after the whatchamacallit, the Big Top Extravaganza, so there is now about 3 more hours left before the whatchamacallit, big event. As you're standing there, though, you see that there is, in this glass case, a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in a witch's attire and a green flowing cape hovers inside this glass cabinet. At the top of the cabinet, you can see a sign that reads, Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter. As you approach, you watch as a halfling couple, holding hands, approaches the glass cabinet. One of the halflings is wearing butterfly face paint. Probably from, it's not as good as Voda. You look at it and you scoff because you can tell this is the other, face paint, Witchlight hand.
I wouldn't scoff. I would definitely take in what's the word? Their unique style. Ooh,
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's not as good as yours. It's not as good. You're you immediately know you could do better. You could do so much
Those are
better.
some interesting choices.
Exactly.
I can see what you were going for.
I never would have thought of doing that.
One of the halflings I actually really like this. Sorry, this is just nice because it actually, the way this is written, I'm just realizing is this is completely ambiguous. This is a halfling couple holds hands as they approach the glass cabinet. One of the halflings is wearing a butterfly face paint. As he drops to one knee and pulls a small box from his pocket, his sweetheart suddenly bursts into laughter and begins rolling on the ground. The halfling in butterfly face paint begins sobbing and darts into the nearby tent without having his ticket getting punched. You all watch as Candlefoot just does a silent, hands on the side of his face, Home Alone, no!
The scream. Yeah,
scream.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that.
Which tent did they dart into? Was it the Hall of Illusions?
Yep. They darted into the Hall of Illusions.
Stop, wait!
Stop, wait, no.
Don't go.
I'm gonna go punch my card.
Okay, you run in. Those who are, let's see, I would love for peeps who are outside still. Give me a history check, please.
Would I do that?
Whee! You just ran in.
Well, I'm still at the front because I'm getting my card checked. I'm not going in.
Sure, go ahead and roll
without
that
getting
history
punched.
then. Alright. Velka and Voda, the ones who work here, know this. You both recall that the name Tasha is one of the many names reputedly used by Igglewith, the Witch Queen, who was a legendary archmage. That's just a fun fact.
I check on the laughing halfling.
You're just rolling on the ground laughing. And as Rosin gets their hole punched and tries to run in afterwards, let's take a break. We'll be back after that.
Excellent.
I hear Porkins needs to go take the doggo out.
Oh no, she's okay. She just Kate took her out, so I was just she's walking around hey, what you doing?
All right,
got any
we'll
food?
do a quick 5-minute break. Everybody get up, stretch your legs,
Perfect.
and we'll
Get some snacks.
deal with this stuff. Yeah.
You got games on your phone? All right.
Be right back. Alrighty, be right back after this quick break. More fun after this. Beep boop bop bop bop.
Acid.
I now have a wiener in my lap. Just kidding. She's actually min pin. She has 0 wiener in her.
I know. Isn't that such a disappointment? You're just like, he looks like one, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, it just is more surprising than anything. Like, what else would you expect a small, long dog to be? Das Wiener-Dogen.
Oh man, dude, this cat purchase.
Seriously, what are you guys feeding Thumper? His ass should not rip so hard.
He's just getting old. He just had their
That's-
checkups and everything.
How old is Thumper now? Oh, okay, okay.
Dog.
I'm looking.
Yeah, and there's.
Oh.
This one.
They're all just so cute. That cat perch is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's good. It was a little bit of a pain because you have like that window is like the smallest size that would fit for that perch, which is wild. Like,
Oh.
Yeah. Like you need it's a double. If you had the single one, it might be fine, but the double one, like because the upper part of it has those kind of like struts that go all the way to the top. Struts meaning more so that they're like those reinforcement things at the top reach all the way up there.
Oh, those beams go all the way. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're cat perch from the window there.
Yeah. So they need to like you need a lot of vertical space. Oh my god, his fucking cat's just gonna fall off. Holy crap.
Especially if I imagine both cats try to jump up at the same time.
We're back.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I need
cat-
to
cat stuff.
and apparently you need to like detach and clean the window again every month and like reattach for like best results. Otherwise, there's a chance that your cat will fucking eat shit off that thing.
Oh,
Just
the
it'll, like
suction
it'll
gotta
get the suction will get
refreshed.
loose. Yeah, I had to do a whole process. I had to like put the suction cups in boiling water. To like
Wait, what are you talking about?
Look at the stream.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't think I actually had the stream open yet.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh no.
No.
Just how he gets that Twitch viewership up. Look at my cat.
Oh, okay. The one you're talking about that Thor is on right now. The perch, the double perch.
That thing, like that's the smallest window space that it could fit in. Like you need a lot of vertical space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Again, for the double perch, there's a single one, and it doesn't require as much space. But I wanted a double one because I wanted it to be both of them could
Oh
lay
yeah,
on it if
double
they
the
wanted to.
double the perch, double the fun.
Yep. Double the hilarity when it falls over.
I know. Well, and then the worst part is that that's like the exact spot where Erica sleeps, like on the couch there. So it's like right above her head. So if fucking he falls, it's going right on top of her.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Is there so you just gotta like boil the cups and like run like TSP in the window or something?
Yeah. You
Okay,
actually
it's not so bad.
clean them with rubbing alcohol. All good. The top ones also are are those like gnarly suction cups where like they're not just like press them into the window. There's this thing where they have like a screw back on them that you like press on and like, tighten the screw so it like sucks. It like like pulls the
Vacuum shields.
Yeah, kind of. All right.
Okay.
Eon, are you back? Bing bong.
Gonna go with no. So I'm having some interesting ice cream.
John.
Amber whiskey cake.
All right.
Very good.
So I'd put that in my mouth.
Yo, we found. Speaking of ice cream that's good, we found our like good local ice cream place. You know, I can always find one of those that's like not your Baskin Robbins, but it's like the whatever, like handmade ice cream, like small little shop, mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They give you the biggest fucking cones known to man.
Oh, these places doesn't give you big fucking cones because they only have small amounts of their stuff. But like, what were some of the things, Derpy? It was like matcha.
Well, the most recent ones were, well, they have a matcha Oreo. They have the vanilla whiskey. They have the brown sugar, which has like pieces of
No, brown. It's called brown bread.
brown bread, which has pieces of like brown sugar, like what is it? It's like a crunchy, I don't even fucking know, but it's fucking phenomenal.
Great.
They had the Fruity Pebble one that I had, that it was not cake, maple butter Fruity Pebble.
Maple butter Fruity Pebble.
Maple butter Fruity Pebble. They had a matcha horchata. Was it matcha horchata?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Such a California flavor combo right there.
Well, it's very Japanese.
No,
too.
so it's next to the Nijia. It's next to one of our Japanese markets here in Gardena.
Oh.
So it's like it's in that neighborhood, and it's just so good. Scoops ice cream.
It's bomb. It's bomb.
I mean, this place has got Scoops, handmade artisanal dairy and non-dairy ice cream with changing flavors every day. Sea salt chocolate, brown. It's brown bread is the really good one. Ube burnt sugar.
Ooh.
Yeah. Flaming hot Cheetos.
When we're next down there, we're gonna have to go there.
Yeah. No, for sure. Strawberry lychee sorbet. Horchata burnt sugar. Oh yeah, Erica had a horchata one. That's
burnt sugar is fucking great. Like in general. Like I make rye old fashions with I have a rosemary burnt sugar syrup I made a while back. It's fucking bomb as shit.
raspberry Porto wine. Oh.
Hmm.
And then of course they do like sesame.
Oh, I like that. I love the savory sesame flavors.
Cheesecake peppermint bark. Oh.
That ain't savory.
I feel like if we took Nyx there, she would not be able to get moved out of the door based on some of his flavor profiles.
That's what literally, like, because they have like the scoops, which is like, I don't know, $5 for 3 scoops.
Oh,
You
jeez.
get one of each, and it's small. Like, it's not like they pile it on huge. Like, it's a little, you know, like manageable scoops. But I'm like, I have to have 3 scoops because I can't choose
Dude,
2 flavors. Like,
today's flavors were brown bread, black sesame, horchata burnt sugar, ricotta cookies, maple chip, cookie butter, Oreo, coffee whiskey, coffee whiskey, caramel toffee, coconut tea.
Oh, toffee. I love that.
Passion fruit, strawberry sprinkles, and then in the sorbet flavors, raspberry honey yuzu sorbet, and orange guava.
Raspberry honey yuzu sounds so fucking good. Holy shit.
Wait, orange. Run that Uzu one by me again.
Raspberry honey yuzu, and then orange guava. I just followed them because they update their menu daily. What's there? That's crazy.
Okay, I'm just a basic bitch, but I want that cookie batter plus toffee caramel.
Oh hell yeah!
That's kind of my jam.
All right. Well, we back.
Mhm.
And so we see Rosin running into the Hall of Illusions as Candlefoot mimes something and punches your pass. What's everybody else doing? This kid just this poor sobbing halfling just ran into the Hall of Illusions.
I'm checking on the one outside.
I'll follow Rosin.
Okay, one outside, laughing, just laughing.
I mean, as a worker, I assume I would know what's going on.
Yeah, you know, this is like it's a bit of a trick. It's fairly harmless, but it seems to have triggered at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
I move them away from the mannequin and make sure they're okay before following everyone inside.
Mm-hmm.
The mannequin casts a dirty trick.
The individual just keeps laughing. The little halfling just keeps laughing and just looks at you with a concerned face. All right. Well, we got both Rosin and Zug running inside. What are the other ones doing?
I'm helping Voda attend to the.
Okay. Kiwi,
the
what would you
laughing.
do?
Kiwi would just kind of hum a song to himself, like, there once was a very shy turtle. Didn't want to go into the Hall of Illusions.
Okay.
Before we decide what happened here, let's not jump to conclusions. And then he'll go and get his ticket punched to go in.
Okay. All right, so the three, Kiwi, Zug, and Rosin, run to the Hall of Illusions. So you chase them inside. The mirrors of the tall mirrors line the interior of the tent, the walls of the tent. The mirrors near the entrance reflect, like as you walk in. Zug, what does a young Zug look like?
Same thing, skulless.
Okay.
Just a red kobold, just like you.
Holy shit! I just realized that you're just a Cubone.
That's literally the first thing Nick said when she walked by. I was like, "Oh, look, it's Cubone."
He's not talking about the skull on his head. He literally his head.
That's
is
no skull.
flat.
But I would say it just very much looked like a basically naked, undressed player handbook kobold running
All
around.
right. Rosin, what do you look like as like a kid?
Small.
You were actually a pixie
think-
as a kid.
Yeah, right. Like I started out as a pixie and then I grew into a fairy. Let's see. I think Rosin. So she's got this a very professional demeanor, and the way that she dresses is very professional. Is this just like as a kid, or like as I was as a kid?
As you were
Like,
as a
am
kid.
I seeing
Like
me, or am I just seeing
you're
me
seeing
younger?
you.
Okay, so probably it's pretty not grungy looking, but kind of like street
Oh yeah.
kind of kid. Well, wait, how young are we talking?
Probably like in your like below 10.
Teens.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like kid.
Okay. Then it would not be that. It would be this like happy, like, I mean, basically this little sprite, like just a like, if you imagine like
Okay.
this little like sprite running around and being like I mean, how you imagine like a little toddler or a little kid, just like enjoying bubbles and whatever, like very not very none of that maturity that has manifested, none of the like yeah.
All right, Kiwi. What does a baby Kiwi look like?
Basically, you take your neonatal traits and apply it to a turtle, but he's instead of got his barding hat on, he's got like a little propeller hat and instead of his, saxophone or whatever other instrument he has on hand, he has his little plastic baby's first recorder.
Aww,
Is
adorable.
he gonna play My Heart Will Go On with it?
Or with the background track.
Yeah.
We're talking hot cross buns here, man.
All right.
Yeah. Other than that, and he's very super happy, starry-eyed. He's gonna be a star.
Oh, nice. So as the rest of you kind of, the three of you move your way through this Hall of Illusions, you can see the mirrors start to show yourselves getting older, getting closer to your current age, and then slowly getting more and more old. But you're not here for the Hall of Illusions. You're here trying to find that halfling who ran into here. I need all of you to give me perception checks who are in the Hall of Illusions.
Perception.
Lord, that art is adorable.
I was trying to find nice the art from Rhyme. I can never remember the Kobold Bard's name.
Yeah.
The big eyes, tongue out, like that kind of appearance.
Shit, I can't think of his name either.
Yeah, I like this. This is very much a child Zug right there.
So those who are running, you're like, the three of you are moving as quickly as you can throughout this Hall of Illusions, and you get distracted by your reflections. You can see yourselves getting older. You can see you're from younger to older, but also it's kind of disorienting here. 3 minutes or so pass as you're just moving back and forth, and then all of you round the corner at once, and you see a sight that's very, very odd. You come upon the halfling, and he's staring at a mirror. And in the mirror, you see his reflection. But standing next to him in the mirror, you see a little girl with sallow skin and a torn dress and a pig mask.
Oh,
so
looking
we
at
would
him,
recognize this from the
looking
description.
back out. Yeah. She reaches out and grabs his hand in the reflection.
In the mirror?
And in a distance, before you can react,
there's no
he
chance to
steps
react. Okay.
into the mirror. And
How far away is he?
He's like, I don't know, 30 or so feet away from you.
What if I Thorn Whip?
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna try to just reach out, summon the vine.
Yo, that's a really good roll. That's because the Thorn Whip is to hit.
It's it's an attack. So it's a 20. That's right. It's a 22 to hit then.
All right, so you watch, and as he's basically like about to step through the mirror to join this little girl in the pig mask. And then Kiwi and Rosin, you hear as from Zug's arm. I don't know, how does this appear, Zug? Like, what does your Thorn Whip look like? Where does it come from?
It's just sort of like I put my hand out, and it's sort of like a rope that appears, like apparates. It's a thorn vine that apparates and kind of shoots out, and I grab the other end. So it just lassos around, whips around probably the foot or the ankle, and I hold the other end and I pull back like as a fishing rod almost. So I'm holding it separate. It's not from me, but I'm holding the thing I summoned. A thorny whip, which is going to hurt them, unfortunately.
Yeah, give me a little bit of damage.
1.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect. Wow, perfect.
That is best possible scenario.
That is absolutely ideal.
Fucking plot armor for this guy. So you hear, like, you watch as he's kind of walking towards the mirror in a bit of a trance. Like you can see, like, he just has a vacant expression on his face as he's walking towards his reflection in the mirror, which is not moving. Actually, no. What it would be is just imagine, like, the reflections are getting closer, but the reflection in the mirror that he's walking to has the little girl with the pig mask, like, holding his hand, also walking as well.
Oh.
And as he's about a foot or so away from the mirror, your whip hits his ankle. And suddenly he's just pulled. Yeah, hits the ground with
towards me. Yeah.
He hits the ground and he coughs. Gets the air knocked out of him. As you hear ting, 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 as the ring that he had in his hand drops to the floor. suddenly scrambles and looks around. You look at the mirror. You look up. Zug. Suddenly you just see just like the dark pits of light within the mask looking directly at you of this little child.
I flip him off with my free hand. I have no idea what's going on, but I didn't like what was happening.
The little pig-masked girl stares at you all for a brief moment, and then walks out of the frame in the mirror. Just walks to the side.
Kiwi would call out.
Wait,
stop.
Like into our, like out of the mirror or into the mirror away from us?
You yell, wait, stop. They don't stop. Just imagine, like, if you're looking at a mirror, and then...
It's like us.
It's like, well, it's, yeah, they just walk, this little girl just, like, turns and walks to the side. They should walk out from behind the mirror, but they just disappear.
I see.
Like picture frames in Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Gotcha. And is this a line of a bunch of mirrors, or is this like a standalone mirror?
Standalone mirror.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm still holding on to the halfling's ankle.
He blinks, looks down at his ankle where there's like some blood dripping out of it. What happened? I don't. Where's my sweetheart? Where is she?
Outside. You got fooled by a trap and almost walked into a mirror.
A mirror? He sits up. Oh, my ring! He grabs the ring. Where am I?
I look to Kiwi and Rosin.
You're in the Hall of Illusions. You don't remember walking in here?
Yes, I remember running in here, but I was in such a state after...
You actually ran in here and you forgot to get your card punched, so you might want to visit Mr. Mime.
Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. Is Ween okay?
I'm assuming that's your partner that
yes,
you're with.
Yes, that is my partner. I'm sorry. My name is Ruben.
There were a couple. Oh, I have totally forgotten that I'm Rawson right now. Reverse. Yes, a couple of our group stayed outside, and they're probably taking care of her, or them. Sorry, I don't know if it's her.
It's okay.
They're probably taking care of them outside.
I just remember walking in here, and then I just started hearing something like somebody was talking to me, and so I kept going deeper, and then I don't remember, and then I just remember pain, and then
What were they saying?
It was just something like just like to come with them, that my all the embarrassment and pain that I was feeling would go away if I joined them. But then there was that searing pain in my ankle, and then I woke up.
Do you remember seeing anything in the mirror?
In the mirror, just myself, but younger.
When you look now, do you see anything?
Yeah, it's me. It's me, but I'm younger, a little bit more handsome, but just younger.
I just kind of look to Zug and
I gotta go check on Ween. Thank you so much. I don't know what I was doing. I was in another state of mind. Hopefully Ween's okay. I'm gonna go see them.
Don't mind the laughing.
Ruben walks out, leaves you there inside the Hall of Illusions. You look around, you just all can see your reflections. It's this kind of odd moment where we're all standing next to each other, and you can see just like random reflections that contain all of you with like different ages, like the young, the middle-aged, old, your twilight years.
Who saw the... Rosin's the one who originally saw the
You all saw
pig
that.
mask. No, but I'm saying the
Rosin
first
was the
one
one who saw them in the crowd.
And
yes.
you told... Yeah, so I look up to Rosin.
Did that look? You saw what I saw, right? Was that the same thing you saw?
Did you see it? You saw it too. I didn't want to say anything in front of him because I didn't want to scare him or remind him of something and trigger it. But that's what I saw. You saw it too this time.
Yeah. So it did not look friendly. It looked straight at us because we stopped him.
Was he gonna walk into the mirror?
I can only imagine so. Something creepy's going on.
Kiwi, did you see it?
I saw it. It was not cute.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
I've seen a human before.
That's not a human.
I've seen a dead body before.
Both are decidedly not cute.
Okay.
You ever see a
no,
dead
no,
body?
never quite like that weird pig mask thing, and it's not any.
Would I just mean having been around, the carnival for a bit, and this is the second time in a day that I've seen it.
I haven't seen her. I can't say what I would assume that I have never seen this person go into the carnival.
No. Yeah, that's actually a good point. You've never seen that. Like, if you were like a busker outside the carnival, you've never seen this little pig masked girl walk inside.
I'm scratching my chin, thinking,
Well,
he didn't he didn't get the ticket stamped. We were told that we'd all been here before without tickets.
Well, he had a ticket.
But he had a ticket because we'd been. That was
The
more so.
principle may be, if you don't have a ticket, you can't get it stamped.
So perhaps the not stamping. But
The transaction is for each event.
So the initial entry is the ticket, but then each piece of it afterward. That might get a little too complicated.
Perhaps if you...
It's something to consider, though, for sure. Indubitably. Rawson would not say that. I just
outside, Voda and Velka, you hear the sound of footfalls as this halfling comes running outside, walks over immediately to Candlefoot, holds out his ticket to get punched, and then runs over to where you two are, where the other halfling, Ween, is now coming out of their laughing fit. I'm so sorry. Are you two? Did you two help Ween?
Presume so.
Disney Carnival. It probably was a very bad moment. I apologize for that.
Ween, are you okay? And Ween looks up at Ruben and just kind of gives a smile. Yeah, I'm alright. Sorry about that. I just couldn't... I wasn't laughing at you. I just was laughing in general. Not really...
Spell.
Oh.
I point to the mannequin.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
The timing was most inopportune.
Ruben nods and says, Can I do it again? Ween nods and just like, yeah. It's fine. The answer's yes anyways. You already knew that. I'm sorry I laughed at you.
I just lean over to Voda and just like, how many proposals are we going to save today?
You look over as you
Voda
say,
is just openly weeping into a handkerchief.
and as you do that, you look over and you can see Candlefoot just miming weeping into a handkerchief. Does the whole silent nose blow.
We start leaning against each other.
Kiwi.
Did that cartoon?
Rose,
waterfall.
yeah. Kiwi, Rosin, and Zug emerge from the Hall of Illusions as the two halflings. By the way, their full names are hilarious. It's Ruben Sugarwood and Ween Sundapple.
I love it.
Can't get over weed.
Yeah.
Ween Sundapple.
Also, with
Somebody had
the
a nickname.
With the last name Sugarwood, I'm definitely imagining it's pronounced Rubin, not Reuben.
Well,
From that
Rubin is Reuben.
Nah, it's Rubin Sugarwood.
Rubin
come on.
Sugarwood and Ween Sundapple.
Ween definitely got picked on in middle school.
But like asterisk
school.
side note,
And
something
they're
that I hadn't noticed before is the thing that I really like is that they do gender Robin or Reuben as a he, but Ween is absolutely just like
Left to interpretation.
which
It's
is
just
cool.
indeterminate. Yeah.
Yeah. They
So
just,
you can make your determine what you want to do there.
yeah, and I mean, I guess Ween is a gender neutral name, sort of.
Yeah.
Candlefoot gives you all a thumbs up as the two halflings walk off into the rest of the carnival. And even though the carnival's mood is elevated to the absolute 11s right now, there's another
Going to 12.
bump of energy as the two happy halflings skip off into the distance. All right.
So
think
was
we-
it in 12?
I think we have time for one more attraction tonight if you're all interested. Where would you want to go?
Well,
Or
Looking around.
discussion.
yeah. When coming out, Ralston's face, like she tries to acknowledge, the fact that this cute thing was out here, and Soda and the mime are crying and fake crying, and all of this, and that, but she's like noticeably just like, guys, we have to talk about something, and then
That to be?
wanting to try to see if Candlefoot would be able to like pull aside somehow, like can is there any chance we'd be able to talk to you privately?
Candlefoot looks at you and then motions for you to step to the side of the Hall of Illusions. Not near the laughing case, but
around this other side.
Yeah.
I guess you can see the laughing
hidden.
case right now, right?
yeah, right there.
Up around the bend.
So he walks around the side. He's just, hey, Velka, Voda, what's...
Ralston's like, like her eyes, like she shakes her head because she's like, the mime talks. What is this?
Sorry, I'm just dropping the act for now. Hey Voda, hey Velka, how's it going?
It's been an interesting night.
Yeah,
There's one way to put it.
been exciting. I mean, I finally got back my voice so I could propose to Palasha, and she said yes. It's amazing.
We saw. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
It has been a long time coming.
Yes, I finally got the courage up, and I mean, you saw what happened previously. I tried it, and my voice I couldn't talk. It was weird. But then I got my voice back randomly tonight, and
Very strange.
yeah, it was
But
wild.
That could have happened.
Must have been some sort of frog in my throat or something like that. It's kind of crazy, but
More like bird.
More likely a bird, yeah.
so what's the
Can we both say that at the same time?
Yes.
I can see his reaction.
so what do you want to chat about?
Well, so you guys don't know what happened inside with is his partner okay? By the way,
Everything is fine. Yes.
It was
There's
just
only
a
temporary.
supposed to be a harmless prank.
so timing just didn't quite work out.
Oh yeah, about that. I saw that happen. Really unfortunate. That Tasha's box is just meant to be a funny thing, make you have the giggles for a little bit. I'm glad I didn't propose to Palasha in front of that, or else, could have been real bad as well.
But so
Hey, but at least the third time would have been the charm, yes?
Yeah, I guess so.
It all worked out.
we ran in after Reuben. We know his name, yeah.
Yep.
Reuben. we ran in after Reuben, and we were walking through the Hall of Mirrors, which is a total trip. But we saw her again.
Her
And I
being
looked at
Pig mask.
The pig lady.
pig girl.
Ooh.
We all saw her. 3 of us.
The girl in the pig mask.
And
She
it
was
was
inside the
inside.
mirror.
And she grabbed his hand, and it seemed like he was going to move in.
And I gotta go with my whip. Whoosh, and I just pop it out
Nice
again.
work, by the way. That was quick thinking.
Thank you. I've practiced a lot with this. And I'd start grabbing the other side and I use it as a jump rope.
Be careful, there are thorns on it.
Yeah, my head hurts. It's fine.
Okay.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
So Candlefoot, wait, I need to ask, do you know anything about this girl, about...
Oh. Yeah, that we've started seeing her fairly recently. I don't know, within the last few weeks or so. I personally haven't seen her, but others around here have said they've seen something similar. Kind of given her a weird nickname, Sow Pig. It's kind of silly. I don't know, but yeah.
That's kind of redundant, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't make it up.
Fair.
So,
Okay.
my question is, things are off in the carnival, yes?
Yeah,
It's not just us.
I've been feeling it. There's certain nights where things just kind of go south. More stuff has gone missing. I mean, Hurley disappeared, and it doesn't seem that nobody really freaking cares about it. I mean,
Well, Burley does, and he's the one who suggested we should talk with you. So,
wait.
let's say that gives us a little bit of.
Okay, so you talked to Burley. Yeah, there's something going
Mhm.
on, and it's really weird. I would trust.
Rosin.
I would trust Witch and Light with my life. I mean, they've employed me, given me shelter, given me purpose, and all that stuff. Found me, I mean, the love of my life. I met them. I met her because I work here at the carnival. But yeah, there's something that's going on. Something's changed, and I'm a little bit worried about it.
Voda, you...
From what we can tell, it seems that Witch and Light seem to know more than they are letting on. And we wish to help, but in order for us to help, we need to have the information. We need
And
to
apparently
gain...
you can help us with that.
Oh, all right. Well, what's the plan? What are you trying to do? What's going on?
We need some leverage. We are going to, during the crowning ceremony, steal Mr. Borrow Mr.
Leverage.
Witch's
Yeah.
leverage. Yes, we're going to get a hold of.
We're going
Mr.
to borrow
Witch's-
it in order to leverage it.
Yes, we're going to get a hold of Mr. Witch's stopwatch.
No,
I
like
really
a
love
crime.
how many times you said, get a hold of Mr. Witches, get a hold of Mr. Witches, get a hold of Mr. Witches. Before
This
you
is
got to
honestly-
stopwatch.
Wicked Swim Shady.
It very much felt like the natural progression of this group is I'm going to say something, get cut off. I'm going to say it again, get cut off. Okay.
So I would also,
How many
I
times
would
do I have
also-
to do this?
I would also like to just quickly, like a side note, I'm very uncomfortable cutting people off. However, I'm playing a character who is very much like, I'm going to say what needs to be said, and I'm going to say it, and whatever
Yep.
needs to happen, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm trying to do that. So I sincerely apologize from Derpy. Rawson is 100% just going to be that person.
If we're all
And
in
I'm-
character, I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Like,
I'm
that's
like,
just part of it.
I'm trying to embrace my character.
The only thing that adds a complication is Discord lag. That's
Yep.
the only
100%.
thing. So we just have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
The
And then you get moments like that of we're trying to get Mr. Witch's, trying to leverage Mr. Witch's, trying to gain Mr. Witch's stopwatch.
so as you say that, Candlefoot looks to you all and just, yeah, that would work. Mr. Witch, he does not. That watch is always on his person. I mean, pretty sure he even uses that to like pack up the carnival whenever we move. So, yeah, I'm here for it. What would you during the crowning ceremony? What do you need me to do? I'll help. I'll definitely help.
The distractions would be most fruitful in our endeavors.
What can I do as a mime to distract? Kind of limited.
Perhaps you are hit by a tornado? I do not know.
Ross
Summon
is
me.
straight up like, what?
You watch as Candlefoot like starts thinking, this could be my crowning achievement as the Witchlight Carnival's mime. I've done boxes. I've done sitting in a vehicle or sitting on pretending to ride a horse. I've done pulling on a rope very hard while or walking into the wind, knocking on a door. But caught in a tornado? I've never attempted that. That absolutely could be a thing. I'll do it.
I mean, is a tornado, like, is that optimal? Is that taking it? Because compared to the other things, I feel like that maybe like caught in a wave, like a tidal wave.
I'm gonna workshop it, and we're gonna make it work. Okay, during
It's a couple hours away. This is tonight. It's not like next week.
Yes. Oh no, I know. I'm
take
I'm
a
good.
step back as people are talking, and I cast minor illusion to make a tornado around Candlefoot.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to. So you're doing the image, right?
Yeah,
Minor
she's
illusion,
doing the image.
yeah.
Okay. So there's no like noise or anything. Rawson will do like I can only have druidcraft, but like I can do like a minor, like a small noise.
Yeah, like a wind sound.
Yeah, like I can do like a strong wind
Oh,
sound.
Jesus.
Like
that.
DM got caught in a tornado.
Yeah. Don't
Wait.
worry, it's fake.
I look at the fact you're making, because obviously the mime craft is supposed to be you show only through actions without to interpret what's going on. I'm seeing an actual illusory wind and a sound. Like, wait, this is perfect. No one expects the mime to actually show sound and things. It's totally subverting expectations.
Why was I thought we
New
were
genre of
helping him.
mimery.
Yeah.
We're helping him practice.
No, but think about it. He could start this doing the mime thing in front of Mr. Witch, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, things actually show up.
Into it. Oh my
Yes.
goodness! No, he was actually trapped in this tornado.
And then everyone who sees this has to think about what the fuck is going on.
And then
that
this
is
poor
a
mime
distraction.
has been in a box this whole time.
Yes, they think backwards and think about how they've ignored it and how they're terrible people.
And we just weren't seeing it. Oh, this is spectacular.
I like it.
I do too.
Also, I can
We
cast Gust.
Call on the tornado.
Wait, actually, I can cast.
That's
I can-
Also, I could literally just put him in.
I know it's even better. I can cast Dust Devil.
But we're so you
all right,
you start with the illusion and then you slowly build into it. And then
I can
actually
work with this.
trapped.
You can see that Candlefoot's like looking a little bit panicked. He's just like, yeah, this is getting a little bit more than I thought. I thought I was just gonna try to run in a circle and jump in the air and pretend that I'm in a tornado. But yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. It'll be good. It'll be good.
That's how you start it. And then you essentially manifest a tornado.
Yeah, of course. So it'll be like it'll start with like me doing my routine, and then you all step in and do the thing, and then that'll be a huge distraction, and then that's when who does what?
Well, we haven't quite discussed that yet, but
I am
We
good
have a
with
couple
my-
of options.
I'm
Yes.
good with my hands.
We have a couple options.
well,
But I might,
look-
depending on whether or not I'm needed for that aspect of it, I might. Well, no, because I could always cast just a quick sound, and then continue to do what I need to do if I need to do anything.
I mean, if you wanted, like, musical accompaniment or something, it could help with that.
Well, what if you're crowned?
that's sort of our assumption is that one of us is one of Kiwi or Voda will
Yeah,
be
one of them.
crowned. They will be crowned. Therefore, that entourage will be a mega distraction. And then when Witch is left behind, that's when we act. And I could turn into things. Sneaky things. With teeth that could bite through gold.
And I have some helpful tools, and Velka's apparently good with his hands.
Yeah.
Okay, since eyebrow waggling, but I am.
What the fuck?
Sorry, is Velka is Voda? Are you Voda or Velka?
He's
I'm
Velka.
but
Okay.
good with my hands.
Yeah, as you're waggling those eyebrows.
Velka, what were you gonna? You said you were gonna could help distract too, right?
I do not have much in the way of trickery magics, but I could probably do something.
Try telling a joke.
I am no comedian.
Bona just kind of does like the neck waving her hand thing, pulling at her collar.
Yeah, I think we have a couple of options in the sense of how we would just need to really build up that ceremony to provide enough of a distraction to cause Mr. Witch's attention to be away from that watch for a brief moment. Ideally a bit longer than a brief moment.
Also, just from what we talked about earlier, Mr. Witch stays behind when the parade goes on because Mr. Light leads it.
Correct.
So he's staying somewhere, whether it's a big tent.
Probably
So
at,
he's
at the big top, yeah.
So it's likely that he's going to be isolated or with minimal distraction, which is why I think that's where Candlefoot's distraction could come in.
Got it.
Something separate from the parade. The parade gets everyone away from Mr. Witch, and then we have to do a separate distraction and infiltration. So whoever's involved with the parade, whoever gets that is going to be all about that part. Get everyone up in that, and then we figure out the rest. And we have a few sets of tools, animal shapes, and sleight of hands, and distractions to try to figure that out. In terms of who sneaks in, and I think, if nothing else, I'll certainly use an animal form to distract or attempt to infiltrate. Because I feel like a ferret would be pretty
Ferret would
handy
be
at that.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, here's Chi.
Yeah, me would be a person. Me would be a person. Like I'd be a full person behind him, So if
That'd
you
be a
do
real
animal,
person.
I feel like that'd be Fairy's almost a real person.
Also,
Also, are we trying to grab it and then hold it in front of him to be like, we have it now, leverage? Or are we trying to take it away, have it be like, oh no, where's my watch? And then we come back, we're like, haha, we found it. Now tell us shit. I feel like the latter's the better strategy.
I think
I would
it would
agree.
be known we stole it either way. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are not.
Borrowed.
Mr. Light will be
I'm
very
going
distracted.
to hardcore stick to that.
Mr. Light's the one who
Anytime
seems
you say
to
stole.
know what's happening. So if he's distracted during the parade, his attention's elsewhere.
Point being, if we come up and say, "Hey, we found your watch," it would be, "Ah, yes, you are the ones who took it."
But at least that way we get it farther away, so he
Not
doesn't know
cause
where
a
it
scene.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Does-
I think it's more of a
Assumedly-
situation like looking for this.
Assumedly, Mr. Will be looking around for it, so we can always ask, "Oh, what is wrong? Oh, hey, maybe we can help find it."
Could do that. Plus, I'm pretty sure Thaco won't be around. Which, we really should probably avoid him, based on what Burley said. So,
Honestly,
going back
it
to that
is
place.
generally best to avoid Zako.
I don't like him.
I don't think he likes him.
That's sad.
It is. But I can relate. That's me talking, actually.
Oh, jeez.
Just double down on the millennial stereotype.
Well,
Really, we have to. Where's Mr. Rich will be?
Sorry, one more time.
We have to figure out where Mr. Rich will be during the parade.
Given that we normally are here working,
Oh yeah, you guys would have seen one of these before. For
yeah,
sure.
we probably would have seen where he usually is. Maybe less me than, or more me than Voda, because Voda probably would be part of the parade, whereas I'm more like background, like...
Yeah, it's basically everything starts in the center of the carnival by the big top, opposite the ticket booth entry. That's where there's a huge gathering, which Mr. Light emerge from the big top and crown the Witchlight monarch, and then immediately Mr. Light leads a lovely parade around the thoroughfare of the entire carnival.
And then where does Mr. Witch tend to go at that point?
He actually just stays there at the big top.
Makes sense. I think also while we're kind of mulling this over, Zug's eyes go super wide. He goes, "Wait, I forgot something!" And then he digs around in his pocket. Well, he doesn't have pockets, but in his various folds of armor, pulls out a cupcake. "I got this! Because I eat good!
You could sneaky with it, yeah.
it's invisibility! Woo! I think.
In that case, I believe that we should send you in to do this.
Anyone could eat a cupcake.
I was like, is there anything associated with my I pull out the cookie.
Oh, why are
Very-
this too?
the
And I
very
also have the
target
giant bear. I haven't eaten that
I'm
yet.
like, does
Yeah.
this do anything? I don't think it does, but
No.
Yeah, Candlefoot looks at it and goes, yeah, those just are tasty. A lot of carbs, a lot of sugar.
Since you reminded me of it, I pulled out mine too. I'm just starting to eat it now, voraciously. I'm hungry. It's been a while.
They are very good for...
Cupcake! No. So, I think this might make it a little bit more obvious what we should do now. Yeah.
I just want to clarify. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
The for the crowning, you know that it actually doesn't occur outside the big top. It occurs in the big top, and usually what happens is that everybody enters the big top for the final event of the night, and Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they come into the big top. Usually it's basically just Mr. Witch and Durla, the Displacer Beast. They stand on the sidelines next to Candlefoot as an opening speech, and the monarch is crowned by Mr. Light in the center of the big top.
Candlefoot and Durla will be right there.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Mr. Witch.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that makes
So-
okay.
Well, that's
Alright,
with
so
the-
we would need to
We need to talk to Durla again. Because if we have both Mr. Candlefoot and Durla in on this, they can, if they'll be flanking him, then it's another layer of distraction.
Yeah.
Or at least we can have a plan like, oh, if he notices something's happening, they can like grab his arm or like, oh shit, look at that,
Exactly.
whatever. It's like
Yep.
have them in on the
Like
on
he
the
starts
heist.
turning around to be like, "Oh no, it's nothing."
Something else I will say is we should continue to hit up attractions to not draw attention to ourselves as guests who are ignoring the carnival.
Oh, yeah, plus we need to make sure one of us still is crowned. So whoever
Exactly.
wants to be the one who does it, you make people happy with things and stuff.
Have there ever been two?
Oh, no. It's always just one. We only have one crown, so only one Witchlight monarch.
Voda, have you ever been?
No, Voda has not been.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask.
The employees are exempt from being crowned.
Then it's Kiwi! Let's get him! Kiwi!
Wait,
Yeah,
are they actually?
No, so it's not that they're
While
exempt from being-
working.
Yeah,
While
While
we're-
working, okay.
Yeah.
Well, working,
Yeah, that
yes.
part would make sense. Yeah.
And so far on the days off that both Voda and Velka have had, it's been previously probably just spent like just idling in the staff area or like taking the day off. And this is the first time that they've been compelled to like participate in the carnival itself as
Actually, I would say probably more likely what it was every time Voda was like, I'm gonna go back in and work, and Velka dragged her like into town or something.
yeah, for the day.
Like, no. We are not working today.
Sorry about
Days
you.
off mean days off.
Okay.
It's actually funny. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Candlefoot looks at you all and he says, "Well, I gotta get back to my station. I'm I take the tickets at the illusion Hall of Illusion. So I'll be looking out for you at the crowning ceremony. Okay?
One thing first. Wasn't you guys went in? Saw the girl. She for you at all?
What?
Did she what?
She come for you at all?
She looked at us. I flipped her off.
She was holding the hand of the little halfling.
But physically, she did not come for us. No.
She did not physically touch us.
No, he
What's
mentioned
about-
that he was hearing. Mentioned that he was hearing someone drawing and saying that they were going to make his feelings better. They were going to make him feel better about the rejection, basically, the embarrassment.
It's about when you saw her before.
She was just in the crowd.
She looked at you though, right?
She'd looked at me, yes, but she didn't come closer. She didn't come near.
And I would look Candlefoot. We know what Hurley was doing before he went missing.
No. I mean, he was just doing his thing. I mean, I remember he was talking to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light about wanting a more, I don't know, front and center role. He didn't want to just be the muscle man anymore. He said that he could, act. Like he could be a star of the show. But they said that just stick to what you know. It seemed that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light kind of knew what he could do. So they weren't trying to push his limits. I don't know. That was just my assessment of it.
Voda's lost in thought for a moment.
Yeah, Zug is absolutely very much thinking heavily at them. Eyes are bright.
Seems
That being said,
they are
um,
targeting distractions. Does make sense. If he was trying to get a bigger role, that would have to force a change in the carnival. We are here and being compelled one way or the other. That would explain why Rosalind saw it earlier. And the halfling guest ignored getting their ticket stamped.
And don't forget that we have all apparently been here before. I don't remember this.
Well, and not only did they ignore getting the ticket stamped, they had that negative feeling.
I think it is targeting things not as a status quo, so to speak.
Stepping outside the line, rules are broken, or
Did the Kenku the one who took your voice earlier? Did they mention that they'd seen
I think Candlefoot knows about
the girl?
yeah, we just dropped that on Candlefoot.
Candlefoot kind of looks and just like, my voice was taken.
That was what the bird in your throat line was about earlier.
you're fine. Everything's back to normal. Everyone's cool.
We talked to them, but they there was a patron that shares with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and something about the carnival and the patron. Anyway, had they seen the pig girl?
Do
we know?
think we asked.
I don't know.
I glanced back to the Hall of Illusion. Am's right. But you may want to get back to work before
Yes.
it becomes pissed.
Thank you.
We'll get to the bottom of this mystery. That's for sure.
All right. Yeah. I'll look out for you at the crowning ceremony. Okay.
Don't forget the tornado! And I start spinning in a circle, running away.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be my crowning achievement. It's gonna be great.
Whee!
All right. Well, you head off to your next attraction, making your way through the crowd of people as you leave the side of the tent of the Hall of Illusions. And as we're gonna. Yes.
Okay,
go
I
ahead.
was just gonna ask if we decided where we were going next.
Yeah, where are you gonna go?
I would say we need to talk to Durla again. But other than that, we need to also.
That would probably be really obvious.
So we should hit it up.
The Pixie Kingdom and the Bubble Pop Teapot are right here.
Yeah, so we want to hit some attractions before we get there to make it. Yeah, I agree.
I want to go to the Pixie Kingdom.
We'll just circle our way back around.
Yeah, I think
Exactly,
so.
yep.
I like that idea.
Well, we'll do one more little ride before we end for the night. So, which one would you like
let's do
to? Which one would you like to visit?
The Pixie Kingdom?
Yeah, I want to save Snail Randy for next time because I feel like that's gonna be.
Okay, so you
It's gonna
circle
take forever.
What?
snail racing.
Snail racing.
All right, so you walk kind of counterclockwise around this bottom half of the area, as the carnival still rages on in a very, very jubilant mood. You walk past the snail racing place, and Boda and Velka, you would know this, but the rest of you are kind of amazed at this. You hear as snails are hauling ass around this arena.
Yep.
They're on crack.
But
one has a Ferrari logo on its shell.
yeah. But you make your way to the Pixie Kingdom entrance, and as you enter this little area, you see a corpse of oak tree sheltering a miniaturized fairground. At its heart, you see a hamster running inside a tiny Ferris wheel encircled by minuscule wagons and candy stalls. You see a little tiny pixie sitting cross-legged in the hollow of a tree at the entrance to this realm. He sees you all approach, and he gets up and he says, "Hello?
My name is Jeremy Plum. Aye. And, this is the best attraction at the entire carnival. Welcome to the Pixie Kingdom. 1 ticket punch for entry.
Okay.
Would you like to come
I
in?
thought my face painting
You
was
punched.
pretty good, but okay.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, we'll punch that.
Oh, and look at this. You actually have a big pixie with you. Hello, big pixie.
I
Hello.
believe the proper term
You
is
have come out
pixie.
as a Cancun?
Us pixies just call them big pixies. Sorry, we don't use the term fairy. It's just, you know.
Wait, what? What did Velka say?
I said that the proper term is Bixie.
Oh,
Bixie.
Pixie.
Oh, yeah, Bixie.
Half of my humor is just portmanteaus, honestly.
So that could have been a good name for my business.
All right. All right. You all coming into the Pixie Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes.
Kiwi's not
Us-
going in.
Kiwi. That's okay. That's okay.
No, it's scary.
Why is it
Oh,
scary?
no. There's nothing scary about the Pixie Kingdom. It's this is like yeah, and you look around and you actually don't see a lot of other people in this area. It's kind of quieter in here. It's nice, relaxing. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Come on, buddy. Come on, my turtle
Why?
friend.
What? I have a question. Why isn't anyone else here?
Yeah, see?
You know why? You know why? Let me let you in on a little bit of secret.
Please do.
I'll lean in.
It's because it's kind of small and nobody notices it. The fucking big ass teapot over there, and you look over like in the distance, you see this huge teapot.
The
Every
bubble
like
pot. Yeah, it looks great.
every once in a while, you see like a woohoo as a teapot like spurts a bubble, and literally like a kid is just lifting up in the air in the bubble, just like floating up and over
That's
the
where we're
carnival.
going next.
I fucking love it.
Everybody fucking loves the teapot. They also love the snails, and we're right smack dab in the middle.
Well, this was my #1 choice.
Oh, I betcha. So, one
So
ticket,
what-
one
There's a
ticket
bias
punch,
to that?
one ticket punch. Come on. Visit the
What-
Pixie
what do
I
you
mean-
Kingdom.
do?
You could at least advertise the fact that you have the power supply for all of Blizzard servers over there.
Pointing at the hamster in the wheel.
Hey, oh.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
That's
That's the marketing division.
It also triples as their legal department.
no. Hey, don't worry. That's just Biscuit. Biscuit's really nice. He's
I love Biscuit.
Biscuit's great.
I was at a Biscuit.
Wait, but Kiwi, are you? Is it because it's too small? Is there enough room for Kiwi here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What happens in there?
Oh, it's just wonderful. There's like I don't want to spoil it. So come on, get the ticket punched. Let's get in
Say-
there.
Hey, Kiwi, do you want to try it?
No.
Is there anything we can do to convince you?
I look at the group. If Kiwi doesn't want to, I say, "How's about Kiwi and I try to increase our renown, so to speak?"
Yeah, we're going to the Pixie Kingdom, make me the king.
My
The monarch? I don't think so.
I mean, we're bringing joy by
I'm telling you, it
bringing-
would make Jeremy's night.
we're bringing light to a place that otherwise isn't getting a whole lot of attention. I feel like that is in itself is lifting the spirits of the carnival, don't you think?
It's a good point.
I guess you have a
We could
point.
advertise. We could be sign spinners.
Wait, that's actually not a bad idea.
Say,
Yeah.
hey, there's an exciting part to the carnival right here.
To be fair though, we should probably go check it out first. See.
Yeah. Come on, one ticket.
Don't know what you're advertising.
Yeah, exactly. But I could be a good sign. I can run around with a sign. Anyways, I'll go see this. Ah!
And I just, after getting the ticket punched, I run into the Circle of
Is it-
wagons?
Okay, wait,
Kind of-
you
yeah,
get your
I'm
ticket
kind of
punched.
shrugging,
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
shrugging,
you'll
and I'm like, well, it's worth a shot, Kiwi. I think it, it's lifting the spirits of our friend here, and ultimately can bring attention to a piece of the carnival that's otherwise getting kind of ignored.
All right, so who's going into the carnival? Or sorry, who's going into the Pixie Kingdom?
I will have my ticket punched,
Okay.
if you know what I mean.
All right, so it's Zug, Rosin, Velka. And so are Voda and Kiwi staying outside?
I mean, I'll go in with Kiwi if he goes in. Otherwise, we can.
You say we could promote this attraction, I think would be okay.
Right?
Well, so are you going to try to come in to see what you're promoting?
No, I'll just ask the operator here for some high points. We can push those.
Fair enough. Fair
All right.
enough. Okay.
I get a marketing consultant to get. Yeah, makes sense.
Right. Well, so Voda, are you staying outside then as well? Or are you going in?
Yeah, I'll help Kiwi.
All right. So, those who go inside, the little guy outside, Jeremy Plum, looks to you all and he says, all right. So, we got some weird shit here. First off, you're going to have to have pixie names.
Jeremy Plum.
Jeremy Plum. So, he points over to Zug. Your name is Jellybean Starfish.
Okay, I love it.
That's what you're gonna have to respond to.
Got it? There's a lot of syllables, but I got it. Okay.
All right, great. All right, you, the large pixie. Your name is Cotton Candy.
Wait, is that like 2 words or like 1 word?
2 words.
So I'm cotton candy. I'm a candy that is cotton, not like.
Yeah.
I'm the
Don't try to
sugary
overthink
sweet-
it.
Ah,
All right, you, Velka, the bunny, handsome guy. Your name is Panache.
That checks out.
All right, remember, always respond to your pixie names, okay? Here, the 3 of you, take this. He hands you each a little tiny potion. Drink it.
I give you the briefest of looks. I'm like, I just down it.
You watch as Zug immediately shrinks down to pixie size.
Oh no. Next session's gonna be a nightmare.
Rosin shrinks
You
down
mean
to pixie size.
perfection.
Shoop.
Drinking it as well.
This is really what I wanted.
Velka, you shrink down as well to a tiny, tiny bunny.
You know your voices do not get any higher when you drink the potion, yes?
Tiny.
Wow, you just insulted pixies. Wowee. All right. Have some fun. You look around, and the Pixie Kingdom here is a tranquil oasis compared to the rest of the bustling carnival. The air is filled with the aroma of blackberry wine and flower blossoms, and 8 brightly painted doorways are nestled in the bark at the base of the surrounding trees. You see 12 pixies that come out, and they're friendly and curious, and they're eager to ask all kinds of questions. You look around, and you can see that there is a small panting and farting and drooling pug named Pinecone that is riding around with a little saddle on its back that the pixies can ride on.
Like a full-size pug.
Yeah, full-size pug.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The centerpiece of the kingdom is actually a palace made entirely of cocoon husks that are beautifully woven together. There are thimbleberry tarts and cucamelon sandwiches inside one of the little cottages that you smell. They smell beautiful. And Biscuit the hamster, as you approach, is like,
Oh, hi! My name's Biscuit, and I power this Ferris wheel. You want to go for a ride?
and just starts running at an extravagant speed as the Ferris wheel just starts to fucking spin out of control.
Not that the
Rosin
like,
is nodding like vehemently, like yes.
Is it fast enough that the cars are like all?
Yeah, they're all on the
outward due to
outside.
centrifugal force?
But before you can get on there, you feel a tap on your shoulder as a pixie walks up to you and says, hello. Being as you are the first visitors to the Pixie Kingdom today, I, Honeymint, would like to invite you to a game of hide and seek.
I love this game.
Excellent. My companion here, he points over to another pixie, Starbug, will be the seeker. Will you participate?
Is Starbug and our pixie?
Yes.
Are these, okay, so
Starbug.
These
Oh,
are
Starbug.
different. These are like employees, right?
Yes,
They're
they
people
are.
I know.
They're pixie employees. Yes.
Yeah. I'm always down for a game of hide and seek.
All right. That sounds good. Okay. So, Starbug will count, and you will hide. But
Do we have to stay within an area?
yes, you do. Okay, Starbug, go start counting. Starbug goes behind one of the trees and 1, 2. Honeymint walks over to the three of you. Okay, so give you guys some quick hints. If you want to, you can try to hide in by Biscuit's wheel. Or you can try to
Already thinking that.
or you can try to hide in the flower bed. Don't worry about it. But there's there's a flower bed that's pretty good. Or there's the heron's nest. Those are 3 great places. Okay.
I'm gonna go to the flower bed. But I have a question. If you already know where we're gonna hide, why would we hide there?
I'm not faking you. It's gonna be Starbug.
But if people hide in the same place every time, wouldn't they?
Don't worry about it. Just go hide.
I'm already running to the I'm running to the flower bed, and I'm gonna jump into it when I find it.
I am so flustered. I'm just like, but there's a tree. Like, can I fly into the tree? Are there rules about where I need to hide? Like, I'm now thinking that way. So I'm like,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go into Biscuit's wheel.
All right. Where are you
I don't-
going,
if I don't-
Velka?
If I don't tell the DM, then there's no way they can find me.
That's exactly right. Okay, cool. So, as Zug dives into the flower bed,
And then
as Zug dives into the flower bed,
I
you
make
hear-
a flower on top of me as well, because I'm tiny.
Okay,
So I
yeah,
have a large
you're
flower.
there, and then all of a sudden you hear, "That flower does not belong in our bed."
What? Who said that?
You look up and you can see the large heads of a dozen wildflowers looking down at you.
Oh shit!
Who
been trying to appropriate your culture.
intrudes in our bed?
This is fucking Alice in Wonderland. Oh.
I'm just trying to hide.
We have a weed in here, an annoyingly loud weed.
I look around and try to figure out what kind of flowers these are, and then try to drew craft one that's of the same varietal.
Okay, could you give me a persuasion check at advantage, please?
Oh boy, D&D does a lot of things, but this is a first. Persuade. Why can I not find it? Oh, advantage. 16.
Nice. You hear all there's like, oh, my mistake, my good flower friend. You are indeed one of our bunch.
Oh, of course. I just
Welcome
need
to the
protected.
bed.
Thank you.
Okay. As Rosin runs to hide at Biscuit's wheel, you get inside one of the little like gondolas, and Biscuit goes, hey, what's up? Hey, what, you riding the wheel? That's super cool. Hey, we got our first guest here.
Shh, keep it quiet. Just make the wheel spin really, really fast. I'm hiding.
Oh, really fast? Like super fast? Like oh man, well, if there's only one person
Yeah,
here, it's
make
gonna be
it-
super
make it
unbalanced,
so
and it's
that
gonna be kind of wild. You might fly off a bit.
I'm a total blur. I want to be a blur because I'm hiding.
Oh, why should it make it go fast?
Well, what if you just make me rest at the top? I'm I'm hiding. I'm trying to hide. We're playing hide and seek.
Oh, that's no fun. Give me a persuasion check. Rosin. I don't know. Oh man, I think it's gonna be a little bit weird. I don't know. I mean, weird. All right, you hear Starbug finish their counting. I need each of you to give me a stealth check. Zug, you give me a stealth check at advantage.
Yee! All right, let's do this.
Do it.
Wait, I have because of my stuff, I have like sneak. I have
You just do it at normal, and so does Velka.
shit. I have like sneak shit.
Oh,
Jeez.
oh! So
Fuck yeah, Velka.
So Zog, you're in the things. I think what the camera sees is just like the flowers were convinced, but as Starbug the Pixie just comes over, we just see like a small Zug with like flowers sprouting from his head, just like standing there in the middle of a flower bed, just like sitting there, just like yeah. You hear it. You feel a tap on the back of your shoulder, Zug. Got you.
Ah, fuck! And I just run away.
Okay. The wheel keeps turning. Velka keeps hiding. I need Velka and Rosin to give me another stealth check, please.
Oh no!
Oh, the 23s!
So, Velka, wherever you are, you hear a sniffing sound. I smell rabbit! As Starbug, the Pixie, comes bounding around the corner and finds you wherever you're hiding. At the end of this, though...
I'm under one of the carts.
Yeah, at the end of one of this, or at the end of this little, at the end of that little activity, you see, Biscuit the hamster is just like, "Hey, Starbug! I got a rider on my ride for the first time!"
Biscuit.
It's okay, I found them all already. You're the winner. You're the winner.
Rawson, when Biscuit says that, Rawson's like palm to face, like and then when she hears that she's the winner, she's like, oh, what? I love this game. It was a pleasure riding with you, Biscuit.
Yeah, no worries. I gotta get back to work though.
Honey, the other Pixie, what the fuck was that? Honey Mint comes up to you and goes, "All right, here you go, Miss Large Pixie. You have, you win the prize. And
I'm not really a large pixie right now, am I? I mean, I'm kind of just a pixie.
Yeah, Pixie. Here you go." And he passes over a small packet, like a little Ziploc bag filled with dust.
The Walter White special.
Wait, what do I do?
Oh, it's pixie dust. Yeah.
And so will it make someone fly? What does it do?
Oh, yeah. Sprinkle this on yourself, or anybody else that you can see within 5 feet of you, and you can, and they can fly for a minute.
Got it. This won't do me any good, but it's awesome to have. Thank you so much. I'm still excited that I won.
I will add, you probably should not snort it.
I'm gonna lean over to Velka and I'm like, that's kind of what I thought I was supposed to do, but I won't.
Yeah. Don't snort it. It's not good to snort. It's just dust it on yourself, okay? And hold your breath.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
This is a good shit.
What did it do?
All makes your brain fly, baby.
That's okay.
He means like physically, like it tries to escape your body.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh wait! You better get out of here. Your potion's about to wear off. I don't want you to get all bigified inside the kingdom. Go! Get the heck out of here!
Wait, is there a canopy over the kingdom, or is it like open air?
It's open air, but I don't trust you to not stomp on my shit.
No, so I'm gonna go up
Whoa.
instead of run out. not asking him that. I'm asking the DM
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
open air.
It is.
The DM just has that accent today.
Yeah, the
It's
DM
fine.
is just
Yo,
speaking like
whoa, it's big.
it's big, it's open, whatever. I'm gonna Rawson's gonna fly. She's gonna be like, oh, and then she's gonna just
Yeah.
fly.
So Kiwi and Voda watch as suddenly you hear whoop 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 as as Zug, Velka, and Rosin appear large. Rosin floating and flying above the little miniature pixie kingdom, and Velka and Zug walking out from the entrance as they're.
I definitely run and just trip and eat ass, maybe not eat ass is the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like eat shit.
Eat shit, eat ass.
Shit,
Comes from
yeah.
ass.
Straight from the ass.
That took a little bit of a turn. That took a little bit of a turn, but you know what? We are in a
Sucking the shit directly out of the ass.
We are in a Feywild carnival. Who knows what the fuck happens in the Pixie Kingdom? All right.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I will eat your ass.
I will eat your ass.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. So as you all exit out of the
Hey, it's good shit.
out of the Pixie Kingdom, the hours advance onward as you get closer to the crowning ceremony of the carnival. And that's where we're gonna end for the night, as you've learned some new interesting stuff, found some more creepy shit within the carnival, and are now working towards your plan of borrowing Mr. Witch's stopwatch, pocket watch, and using that as leverage to figure out what the heck is going on after this. Stop pinging the donger.
The penis.
Ping the donger.
That being
Got it.
uncircumcised.
Yeah, just fucking. It's a
Just
dick.
fucking.
It's just fucking.
Just fucking.
Fucking. All right. Wait.
Or
I need
I have
to-
a really quick
Holy
question.
shit,
Not
that's
to-
a big
not-
dick.
Not to pursue tonight, but
Yeah.
just to reflect on for next time. Would Jeremy Plum be an employee worth does he strike me as an employee worth kind of mentioning anything to for any type of information?
Nah.
Okay, thank you.
Also, we're only 3 sessions in. I think I have more notes from these 3 sessions than like 10 sessions of anything else. It's just there's so much going on.
Considering
of
I've
intense
never
stuff.
taken notes, considering I don't take notes, I've taken a lot of notes.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that we aren't doing combat. So, the whole session is RP. The whole session
but
is information.
Even full RP sessions in previous campaigns, I feel like there's just so much that maybe it's because
The RP matters. It feels like the
It's-
RP matters more here.
Because right now there's so many mystery things I don't know which details are gonna be important, so I'm writing everything down. It's sort of that mystery, right? Like mystery notes versus.
It's cool. This is like an escape room.
It actually has that kind of vibe to it.
It's a murder mystery without the murder.
Not yet, at least.
All right.
This is my bag.
So-
And Rawson's.
We'll pick up on this next time as you stand outside the Pixie Kingdom with the snail racing going on in the background, and
Oh hell yeah! we're
the
doing that.
evening moving on as you get closer to the crowning of where your heist will possibly happen.
The ultimate sleight of hand check.
Is this like Wildflower area, or is that something separate?
That's just something.
It's just like a garden area or some shit.
It's
Not
where you
like that,
eat.
okay.
It's like picnics, sprinkle
Yeah,
lunch in
like
there.
where you just
Eat
sit
ass.
and chill. Eat ass, take names.
Yep, exactly. I'm all out of names.
Eating ass.
Here to eat ass and chew ass and eat bubble gum. Kick bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Good
so
night,
good.
friends.
All right,
Good night, Porky. All right, good shit. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Thank you for those who were watching. I am gonna end the stream here. Much love.